guys, how goes life? I hope all is well and jolly. If you can hear the music, I apologize. I don't know if I'm still supposed to say I don't own the rights to the music, but I don't. I don't know how it works. Anyway, um, if you could see what was going on under the scarf, I tell you. So I want to talk about a conversation I had earlier. It's not really about the conversation, but more so the emotions that came along with the conversation. So a friend of mine called me, and it's always really great when he calls because I always answer. And like that's like our running thing. Whenever he calls, I answer. It's a us thing, and like he wouldn't understand. Anyway, so at some point during the conversation, he asked about the family, just checking in, making sure everybody's okay or what have you. So he asked about my dad, and my dad is sickly. My dad has been sickly forever. Um, but it's getting worse now. So I was explaining to my friend what was going on with him, and he was like, feeling, showing sympathy or whatever. And I'm just like, this is his fault. I'm a firm believer in that, and whatever happens is gonna happen. But I'm also a firm believer in if you can change it, then you should. You know what I'm saying? So like with my dad, he's sickly. He knows he's sickly, but he does things that makes it worse, and then he expects us to cater to him, and that pisses me off in a worse way. And as I'm explaining this to my friend, I found myself getting a little angry, and then I had to like not really check myself because I am human and I am allowed to feel a certain way, especially when you're watching, especially when I'm watching somebody that I love. No matter how hard he makes it to love him, I do love him. So watching him deteriorate on purpose pisses me off. And I don't apologize for that. I don't feel bad. It annoyed me that I got angry because it's a recurring thing with him, and I still get angry about it, but it's just like, what can you do? I mean, I guess we could all do our part in making him feel loved and wanted, but when he doesn't make you feel that way, or he doesn't make us feel that way, it's really, really hard to always be the bigger person. Like I know last year for his birthday, or his birthday or Father's Day, I think it was his birthday. I wrote him a little note that says it's soul crushing and heartbreaking to watch you, or to have watched you become the man that you are now from the man that you were when I was growing up, the man that I adored. I was a daddy's girl, for goodness sake, to now just like looking at this man in disdain because he is knowingly destroying himself, and it frustrates me so much. I don't know if it frustrates me more because in a lot of ways I'm just like him, and I see what he's doing to himself, and I don't want to do that to myself, but I notice the same habits. Like, self-destructive is a mother lover, but I do what I can to get out of it. I hold myself accountable. I check myself in a lot of instances. I seek therapy. Like, I'm honest with myself, and I'm honest with the people around me. It bothers me when, like I said, the people that you love can't do the same as you're doing. It's just really frustrating. Like, you always want to hope the best for him. I always hope the best for him, but it's just like, at what point will you start hoping the best for yourself? I know it's hard. I know there are a lot of unresolved issues dating back to who knows when. But at some point, my man, you have to do what's good for you. This woe is me thing, and I can't do X, Y, and Z. Like, I understand there's physically some things that you can't do, but the things that you can do and you're choosing not to do, it frustrates me. Like, I don't know what else to say. And it's like talking to a brick wall when it's communicated to him, or when I communicated to him in my way, like with the note, or just like doing simple things around the house or whatever. Like, it's so frustrating to communicate the same thing over and over, to know that it's not being reciprocated. So yeah, I found myself getting angry earlier because the man who I'm supposed to model, my future relationships after, or my ideal husband, or my sons for that matter, is deteriorating right in front of me, and he's not doing anything to help the cause. What can you do? Happy Saturday, guys.